Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Learning Left-Handed Season 2, Episode 8. Big shout out to all the people in Guatemala, because apparently you guys are the biggest growing group in listening to my amazing podcast that, honestly, I'm just so happy that you're listening to. It brings me a lot of joy. So, what have I done in the last week? Okay, well, first thing I did, so I went to go and see wrestling again. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, that is LWhite1997, have seen some amazing wrestling. It was a lot of fun, and God was I knackered that day. But I still took some great photos. On Wednesday, I went to see the amazing Mrs. Doubtfire down at the Shaftesbury Theatre. Honestly, it's a movie that I've loved forever. To see it performed live, even though slightly different, yet hilarious, to be honest with you. I recommend going to check that out. And over the weekend, I went home. Now, home means a lot of places and a lot of things to different people. To me, it means the place where I feel the most happy and where I can sleep the soundest. Of the people that I love and care about very close to me. And we also went to the beach and had a lovely, delicious beachside meal from one of the restaurants I've probably been in more years than I have been alive. And I've probably ordered everything on the menu at various different points. Now, without a further ado of me prattling on about what I've been up to, let's us begin. First things we can talk about is the amazing Rich Dad Poor Dad, our next section on that, which is protections against lawsuits. Now, for those of you who need this information, I hope my podcast will help, and I also hope that you don't need this information, but hey-ho, I'm going to tell you anyway. So I'm just that type of person. So, let us begin. Let's start off with rich people use vehicles and corporations to own basically nothing. What this means is that you personally don't own anything. Corporations own everything around you. But you own the corporation. So by the second law, you do own it. You just don't pay the tax on it. They pay corporate tax on it. It's something I've been looking into myself, registering myself as a little company, and then I don't have to pay so much tax. Honestly, I think everyone should look into it if they can. What this means on the left hemisphere is that financial literacy builds an empire, aka you should be more financially literate. And if you don't think you're literate, if you don't think you're literate enough, go and pick up a book. Where do you think I'm getting all this information from? This is literally from one of the 24 books I read during lockdown and wrote notes about every day to keep my brain going. On the right side of your brain, that investing is creative, aka you are creating something by investing. And the subconscious moment is if you understand markets as the science of supply and demand, so learn the technical aspects of the market plus the fundamental aspects of the investment. Now, what this gobbledygook basically boils down to is if you understand the system, you can predict the system. Now, what that means is you can make lots of money while doing this. I don't know about anyone else, but everyone that I know wants more money. Now, for our second part today, we're doing a bit of a left turn, admittedly, but it has been requested and it has been building up to 100 likes on our polls of unlikely things that you actually want me to talk about. And one of them is gardening for beginners. Now, this was written by one of my amazing writers. Big shout out to the writers. Thank you. And just some bullet points that they all scrambled together because they all like this idea and they want everyone to help. So this is a little bit from everybody. First things first. Peas don't require a heck of a lot of water to grow. Potatoes don't like tomatoes, which is hilarious considering they can grow on the same plant. They can be grafted together. And cucumbers like cabbage. Work that one out. You wouldn't even think they'd grow in the same season, let alone relatively close to each other. Don't plant beans with onions or beetroot because they will not like it and probably not grow very well. Beans love growing with carrots because they both give off what the other one needs really to grow. So it's like eating each other's rubbish, should we say. Next, tomatoes do love carrots and peas. Now what this means is, well, basically, tomatoes must need something that carrots and peas possess. So who would have thought you get a nice summer salad together on your plate and in your garden? Weirdly, even though cabbages and radishes sort of belong together, they don't like each other, which is weird because I've seen them being growing together next to each other. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm 100% sure on that one, guys. Check that one out for yourself. Beans hate cucumbers, but then again, why are you putting them together? And finally, the gravy twins love each other, which is carrots and onions. They do very well together. Now, these little bullet points have been written by, as I said, a mixture of all of my writers, all giving us a couple of little things sent to me by email throughout the week. Honestly, I love reading their emails because generally they are quite funny. And now finally, we shall be talking about something that I wrote, actually, which I'm quite proud of. It is 30 things to do before you are 30. You ready? First one's first. Travel somewhere by yourself. Now, what I mean is you go for a weekend away or a week away, whatever you want to do, but it is the ultimate test of self-reliance. I've done it myself earlier in the year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend it. Second, apply for the job of your dreams. Now, you can only go out there and grab the things that you want. And if you don't go out there, you won't get them. Or if you don't ask the way, you won't get them. So my point is, get out there and do it. Next, improve your body type. What this means is lose weight, gain muscle, look better. You are only under 30 once. It'll be incredibly difficult once you turn 40, or let alone 50. Next, learn a new language. Very difficult for some people, but I highly recommend you try that one out. Run a marathon. I'm like, sod that, but hey-ho, lots of people seem to be doing it. Go for it. Discover your personal style. Personally, mine sort of looks like halfway thrown between casual Viking and lumberjack with too much coffee. So a lot of black and some plaid thrown in there. Just do something scary. Now, I'm easily scared, personally. Not something I look out for in life, but I can understand the benefits. Go to a weekend-long music festival because you'll be damned if you don't. Honestly, it is something you've got to experience. It is beautiful, yet hilarious, and you will come back tired as hell. Learn how to cook because, for God's sake, gentlemen, it is one of the most attractive things to do for your lady friends. Go out and learn how to cook. If not, put on a sodding YouTube channel that dedicates itself to cooking. Try out a couple recipes a week. I'm not saying do it every day, just a couple times a week. You'll be going very far. Live somewhere new for a year. Now, this is difficult because it costs money and you want to be relatively close to your family. But this is the ultimate challenge, I think. Ask for a raise, because honestly, who in our generation doesn't deserve it? Go to a casino and spend the money you've just got from that raise in the casino. Host a dinner party. Oh yeah, it's very posh. Go skinny dipping. Yeah, everyone needs to do that at least once. Figure out what wine you love. Now, when I read that, I was thinking to myself, well, there's like 500 different types. And my other part of my brain was like, yay, there's 500 different types. Go and try that out. Take an online class. It doesn't matter what it is, but it'll keep your brain going. Stay up all night and watch the sunrise. You got to do it at least once. Go and volunteer for a charity. I recommend Mind. It will honestly make you feel so much better. Learn what type of exercise you enjoy. In most cases, none. Travel, and for the love of God, travel some more. Get your fortune read because never know. Bit random. Stay in a hostel and experience the life sharing a bedroom with 10 people. Yeah, everyone has to do it. Open a savings account. Yes, because we need savings, all those pennies. Honestly. 28. Treat yourself like a king for a day. 29. Take a challenging hike up a hill or a mountain. One of the colleagues that I work with done this, and I'm honestly amazing. And finally, most importantly, follow your dreams. And on that note, everyone, thank you for learning